So how's everybody feeling? Everybody in here? We're feeling good. J Love, Lucky Charm. Who else did I miss coming in? Pert, did I say hi to you, sissy? Elmo Tickle, Nikki, Disarray. All right, I think I got everybody over here. All right, so great new day, everyone. Welcome back. It is, well, I guess welcome me back. I feel like I've been gone forever, but we're going to get back into this. To introduce myself, for those of you who don't know, my name is Shantae, better known as LifeCoach614 here on social media, and I am the founder and creator of the Self-Care Club, LLC. D. Grantham, welcome in, big bro. So I do welcome each and every one of you here today as we embark on this journey of self-care and well-being together. Before we dive into our conversation, I do just want to go over some ground rules and essentials that we have for our space. To ensure a harmonious environment, I have admins and moderators on both sides of the chat to assist us with keeping the chat peaceful. This space is dedicated to sharing, caring, and embracing your own unique self-care journeys. Your participation, engagement, and sharing of the live stream contributes to this community in a positive way. Remember that your contributions during the live stream go directly to the Self-Care Club, LLC, fostering a ripple effect for positivity. Your generosity fuels our mission and is why we're able to do what we do. So if anyone is interested in more information about the Self-Care Club, or if you're ready to book a one-on-one life coaching session with me, I encourage you to visit selfcareclub.org for more details. Now, together, let's pledge to make this community into a supportive and uplifting space for everyone. If you are ready to embark on a new self-care adventure, drop some green hearts in the chat for me. Green hearts in the chat, please. So, each day this month, I'm going to choose a word, and we're going to break down a word. I'm going to give you guys an acronym. I'm going to throw you guys some affirmations, and we're going to dig deep into, a particular word each month. So, our word for today is community. Can you guys type community in the chat for me? Hey, she ready. Good morning. Community. That's our topic today. What up, Gemini? Community. All right, so according to Webster's Dictionary, community is defined as a unified body of individuals with common interests living in a particular area or sharing similar characteristics, or a group of people with a common characteristic or interest living together within a large society. It can also refer to a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Rich Rising's Mirror, welcome in. So that's the Webster's definition of community, right? But when I think of community, I think of connectedness. I think of openness. I think of mutual support, meaningful interactions, unity, nurturing, inclusivity, togetherness, and yielding to diversity, right? So as we break down community today, those are the words that we're going to focus on. Connectedness, openness, mutual support, meaningful interactions, unity, nurturing, inclusivity, togetherness, yielding to diversity, right? And we're going to start to break down how these things are important. So again, today we're going to discuss the vital components of community as a means of raising awareness when it comes to mental health. So again, the C for community is connectedness. Excuse me. The C for community stands for connectedness. Strengthening bonds within our community fosters a sense of belonging, a sense of support, and it's crucial for our mental well-being. Okay? So, having the ability to create these bonds with other individuals allows us to feel like we belong, right? That the input, that the feedback that we have to contribute gives us a sense of purpose. Okay? And so when we think of, community, at some point, whether it is based upon your location, whether it is based upon a common interest, whether it is based upon the fact that, hey, you know what, we've experienced, these particular traumas or triggers, right? So when we think of community, we think about having the ability to connect with someone else or to connect with other people. And that does have a huge impact on our mental health. Because when we feel like we're alone and when we can't relate with other people, it makes us feel more alienated, right? It makes us feel like our experience that didn't count. And so, we have to understand that it's important for us to be able to link up with other people, to connect with other like-minded individuals. So that way we can continue to grow through the things that we go through, right? Rich Risings, was that Texas boy? Did I miss Texas boy sneaking in here? Hey, bro. So again, when we think about the connectedness, we understand that, having the opportunity and the ability to connect with other people who have, similar interests, similar goals, things like that, just really helps us. And so the affirmation that ties to connectedness is, I am deeply connected to others, fostering a sense of belonging and support within my community. I am deeply connected to others, fostering a sense of belonging and support in my community. So then we think of the O, right, in community. O is for openness. And it is important that we create an environment where individuals feel comfortable expressing their thoughts, expressing their emotions without judgment. Because that's key, right? We can talk about everything, but if we feel like we're judged, how many times are we going to come back and discuss things? Right? We're not. If we feel like we're being judged, we're not coming back. Y'all know it. We're not coming back. So in order for us to continue to, build within the communities, we have to have an environment where people are comfortable to show up and be their authentic selves and to, speak upon their feelings and their situations without judgment. And, when we have these environments, that promotes mental health awareness, and it starts to destigmatize people's views on seeking help. Most of the time, we don't want to seek help for the simple fact that, at some point when we reached out to someone, they teased us, they made fun of us, or they may have downplayed it. They may have lightened, what we were going through, saying, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that serious, right? Making you feel invalidated. So, again, the key is to make sure that we are creating spaces where people are comfortable to just talk and to be themselves without being, without feeling judged. So the affirmation that I have for openness is that I embrace openness, freely expressing my thoughts and feelings, welcoming others to do the same without judgment. I embrace openness, freely expressing my thoughts and feelings, and welcoming others to do the same without judgment. That key part of that, y'all, is without judgment. Okay? So then we move on to the first M. M for mutual support. Mutual support. By offering and receiving support within our communities, we are able to build resilience and create a safety net for those facing mental challenges. Again, by offering and receiving support within the community, we are able to build our resilience and create a safety net for those facing mental health challenges. It's a mutual support. So it becomes a two-way street, right? Thank you for the follow, Queen. It becomes a two-way street. It shouldn't be one-sided. Hey, Texas boy, welcome in. So, it should be an exchange. I feel like anytime we are engaging with one another, there should be an energy exchange. It shouldn't be me coming to dump everything on you. It shouldn't be you coming to dump everything on me, right? We should be able to mutually trade energy. So I show up, I'm in a positive mood, I'm transferring my positive energy onto others to say, hey, you know what? It's going to be a good day. Whatever it is that you're going through, you're going to get through it, so we transfer energies in that sense. I don't want to trade my good energy for someone else's bad energy, right? That's not the exchange that I'm looking for. So you have to make sure that you're not only, showing up and being the good that you want to see in the world, but you want to make sure that the people who are surrounding you are also people who are like-minded and who choose to show up being the good in the world. So again, we want to make sure that we foster mutual support. So that way we can, not only give positive energy and positive feedback and things like that, but we can also receive it when we need it as well. So again, the affirmation for mutual support today is I offer and receive support within my community, knowing that we are stronger together. I offer and receive support within my community, knowing that we are stronger together. And for those of you who are just joining, our topic for today is the word community. We're breaking down the word community as it pertains to the importance of community for our mental health. And so we've gotten through the C for connectedness, the O for openness, and the first M was for mutual support. So we're going to move to the second M now, which is meaningful interactions. Meaningful interactions. So now we've got this mutual support where we've agreed to have these energy exchanges, right? So that sets us up for meaningful interactions. Every single time that I engage with someone, I want to make sure that it's a meaningful conversation. I want to be able to learn something from it. I want to be able to teach something from the things that I say, right? So engaging in meaningful conversations and activities that promote connection and understanding deepens our sense of empathy and compassion. So as we have these meaningful conversations with people, where we're not just randomly just talking shit all the time, right? When we have these type of conversations, it allows us to empathize with other people. When we come together in a community and people are comfortable enough to be able to share their truth, it allows us to be able to grow through the things that some other people are going through. So I might not have experienced it, but I have enough empathy to understand that this person is going through it. And you know what? I may have just gone through that situation and I didn't respond to it in the manner that they are, but I have enough empathy to know that their feelings are also valid too. So even though I don't think that it was a big deal, I can understand why it's a big deal for them. Right? So now I don't have to judge them because I just simply understand, their feelings are also valid. So I want to make sure that, as we're mutually supporting each other, I want to also make sure that these interactions are meaningful. So like if I have someone who comes to me and they're seeking advice and I give feedback and they're like, no, because da-da-da-da-da. And so then I provide more feedback and they're still like, no, that ain't helping me either. And I'm like, okay, well, my third time, did you try this? And they're like, no. Okay, well, you know what? I realized that at this point, this is not a meaningful interaction because I have a 3-strike rule. So if I offer assistance 3 times and each time you shut me down, it lets me know that I'm not the person that you should be talking to today. right? I'm not the one that has, the answer that you need, because I've poured in already enough. Hey, nephew, welcome in. Thank you so much. And so, I want to make sure that I'm not wasting your time. I also want to make sure that you're not wasting my time, right? Because this is all important. So I want to make sure that I'm listening and I'm receiving what you're saying, but I want to make sure that when I put something back out there, that it is something that could be beneficial for you. But if it's not, then I want to release you to go ahead and, get what you need elsewhere. It's like, I'm trying to think of a easy way to kind of summarize this or explain it. I don't know. Like I said, I always refer to it as my 3-strike rule. I've always been that way, because I don't like listening to people complain. Like, I'm cool if somebody needs to vent, but when it's a complaint, no matter what suggestion you give them, they're going to find the bad in it. Right? It's like some people are just kind of negative, and no matter how many times you say, okay, well, maybe you should try this, and they're like, no, I can't do that. Or, well, maybe you should try this. No, I can't do that. Well, maybe you should. No, I can't do that. Okay, well, go on, because apparently, you in the spirit of you can't. You sitting in an impossible zone, and I'm possible, so I don't know what that's like. So I empathize with you, but I can't sit there with you, right? Misery loves company. I'm not misery, and that's not the company I seek. So, sometimes we have to understand, and we've got to be willing to step back to say, you know what? I might not be the person who's best suited in this moment to help you through this particular situation. Sometimes we just got to let people know, hey, you know what? The answer's out there, and I have faith that you're going to go get it. So go on and get it, right? So we got to be able to release people sometimes, so that way they can get that help that they need. Because apparently, we might not be it that day. So the affirmation that goes with meaningful interactions is, I engage in meaningful conversations and activities, cultivating empathy and understanding in my relationships. I engage in meaningful conversations and activities, cultivating empathy and understanding in my relationships. So the next letter is U. U is for unity. Recognizing that we are all in this together reinforces the importance of collective efforts in promoting mental wellness and breaking down barriers. So anytime we start talking about like mental health topics, everybody's always like, can't talk about that, or we don't speak on that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We get, we start to get a little bit nervous, because many of us were raised with the mentality that, what happens at home, what happens in this house stays in this house. And so because of that, a lot of us have all of these traumas and triggers trapped because they happened in this house, right? And we don't want to have these conversations and talk about these things because, for years it was frowned upon for us to do so. And now we are understanding that, no, we got to do better, that we need more for ourselves. So we're starting to grow. We're starting to get past these things, right? And so that's where that unity comes in. Understanding that, we're all in this together. That we're all going through things. That we're all growing through things. And at the end of the day, each and every one of us have had traumatic experiences happen to us. Each and every one of us have something wrong, right? People think that, if you have mental health issues, that it makes you crazy. Well, that's not the case. And truth be told, we're all a little crazy, right? As Alice says, we're all a little mad. And so we have to understand that when we come together collectively to say, we're all going through things. Life is happening to us all. And at the end of the day, if we band together, we can be stronger together to be able to get through life, right? There's strength in numbers. I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we come together. So, you know, our affirmation for unity could be, I recognize the strength in unity. Working together with others to promote mental wellness and break down barriers. I recognize the strength in unity. Right? Because there's strength in numbers. It's even written that when two or more agree, so shall it be, right? So there is strength in unity. There's strength in numbers. So the more we come together, the more we start to have these conversations, and the more we create these environments, the better we become, right? The stronger we become. And so we have to recognize the strength in unity, working together with others to promote mental wellness and break down these barriers. So next we have N for nurturing. Nurturing. Providing a nurturing environment where individuals feel valued and supported allows for personal growth and healing. Providing a nurturing environment where individuals feel valued and supported. So there we go back to that. Everybody wants to feel valued. Everyone wants to feel supported. That's the reason why we get into relationships. That's the reason why we work so hard to build our families. That's the reason why we come together and find friends in the world. We find these safe spaces, these other like-minded individuals. It is a sense of nurturing that we're looking for, right? And we want to make sure that our feelings are valid. Our feelings are valued, right? And so that allows us to grow personally and within the community, right? And so when we think about an affirmation for nurturing, we could say, I create a nurturing environment where individuals feel valued and supported, fostering personal growth and healing. I create a nurturing environment where individuals feel valued and supported, fostering personal growth and healing. All right, so we have made it through the C for connectedness, the O for openness, M for mutual support, another M for meaningful interactions, U for unity, N for nurturing. So now we are at the I, inclusivity. Inclusivity. When we begin to embrace diversity, ensuring that everyone's experiences and perspectives are heard and respected, it promotes a sense of belonging and acceptance. When I show up somewhere, I want to know that even though I look different, or maybe I feel different, or maybe I've experienced something different, I still want to know that I'm welcome here, right? Anytime you join any sort of group, any sort of, community, right? You want to make sure that you feel a part of it. You want to feel like you're being invited in and welcomed. Because everyone has experienced walking into a room and all of a sudden not feeling like you're supposed to be there. Right? You walking in and all of a sudden it's all eyes on you, and you feel the heat from the other side of the room, and they're like, why are you here? Why is this happening? Right? And so you know what that feeling is, and that's not a good feeling, right? So we want to make sure that as we show up, that we are walking into spaces that feel good, sitting in spaces that are inviting. We want to make sure that we're not the person giving off heat from the other side of the room, right? We want to make sure that as we welcome new people into our communities, into our spaces, that our hearts are open, that our minds are open to understanding that this person offers something different, that this person has a completely different experience, that this person's views and opinions differ from mine, and that's okay. So, when we think of an affirmation for inclusivity, I celebrate diversity and ensure that everyone's experiences and perspectives are heard and respected. I celebrate diversity and ensure that everyone's experiences and perspectives are heard and respected. Yeah, that's a big word, right? All right, so let's move to another one. The T. The T in community is for togetherness. Togetherness. What's up, Miss TLC? Togetherness. So when we think of togetherness, togetherness means coming together as a community to support one another, creating a sense of solidarity and strength in facing mental health challenges. Again, togetherness. Coming together as a community to support one another creates a sense of solidarity and strength when it comes to facing mental health challenges. Oh, we spelling the word out together. Togetherness. That one? Or are you still stuck on inclusivity? Rich Risings, Miss Glow. Hey, Lady Blue. What's up, That's Life? Which word we spelling out together, bruh? Both of them. Both of them. And listen, here's what's really going to get you, bro. We're actually breaking down the word community. And so all the letters that we've talked about thus far are a breakdown of community. So for those of you who just came in, let me catch y'all up. Our topic for today is community. The word community. Thank you. I figured I'd, look a little cute first day back, right? So we're breaking down the word community, you guys. So the C in community is for connectedness. Thank you, Miss Portia. The C in community is for connectedness. The O is for openness. Openness. The M is for mutual support. The second M is for meaningful interactions. The U is for unity. The N was for nurturing. The I was inclusivity. The T that we just talked about was togetherness. And our affirmation that we came up with for togetherness was, I cherish the togetherness of my community, finding strength and solace in our shared experiences and goals. In fact, we didn't even do T yet. Now that I think about it, we were on T. The last one that we finished was inclusivity, which our affirmation for inclusivity was, I celebrate diversity and ensure that everyone's experiences and perspectives are heard and respected. So T, togetherness. And it says, coming together as a community to support one another creates a sense of solidarity and strength in facing mental health challenges. You're welcome, Texas boy. And then the affirmation for togetherness was, I cherish the togetherness of my community, finding strength and solace in our shared experiences and goals. And last but certainly not least, we have the Y in community. The Y in community is for yielding to diversity. Yielding to diversity. Acknowledging and celebrating the diverse experiences and needs within our community ensures that mental health awareness efforts are inclusive and accessible to all. So remember how we talked about inclusivity and the need and the desire to feel like we're welcome in a space, even though our views may differ, right? So we just take that a step further where we pause for diversity, right? That yielding to diversity. And yield just means pause, slow down, right? And so we want to make sure that we are not only acknowledging our differences, but that we are celebrating our differences. And when we think of our differences, that could mean the way we look, the way we dress, what we eat, where we're from. But that also means the differences as the ways that we think, the way that we process, the experiences that we've had over the years, right? It could mean things that we're diagnosed with when we're talking about mental health, right? And so we have to be able to celebrate, not just acknowledge, but to celebrate our various experiences and the diversity within our communities, so that way people feel safe and feel comfortable and included, like they belong here as well. So even though I'm a person who may be diagnosed with depression, or I'm a person that suffers from severe anxiety, I still want to feel like I belong in a community. I still want to feel like, you know, even though I may process things a little bit differently, or I may see or have experienced life a little bit differently, that I still hold value here, right? That I still have something to contribute to this community. And so that makes it accessible for other people, for them to be able to come in and say, hey, you know what, I've gone through something similar, or I've been through that before. I've got some input on here in this community, in this situation, right? So when we think about an affirmation for that yielding to diversity, we could say, I embrace and celebrate diversity within my community, knowing that it enriches our collective journey towards mental well-being. Because that's what unites each and every one of us. Everyone who's here, we're united by the desire to grow through what we're going through, right? We have a common goal to elevate ourselves, by the desire to grow through what we're going through, right? We have a common goal to elevate ourselves, a better sibling, a better sister, whatever it is, right? I want to continue to grow and become better at what I'm doing. Rich Risings blessed. Thank you so much for the gifts, love. Texas boy, you still with me over here? Look like we're having some technical issues over here on this side, but it looks like we're still going, y'all. So again, I embrace and celebrate the diversity within my community, knowing that it enriches our collective journey towards mental well-being. Right, a better employee. Listen, the better that I become as me, the better version of Shantae that I become, makes me better in all other areas, in all other aspects. It means every single thing I touch gets better, right? And so when we think of communities and as it pertains to mental wellness, it helps to improve our mental wellness. TikTok still holding on. Okay, cool. I'm glad y'all still there. So communities improve our mental wellness by providing social support and understanding, by reducing stigma around mental health discussions, right? Making us feel like it's okay to have these talks, that, you know, what happens in the house don't have to stay in the house, that we can talk about it outside the house and still be okay. It helps us to offer access to mental health resources and services. You know, who knew that you could get on TikTok or Bigo or IG or Facebook or wherever? Who knew that you could do that and tap into free mental health resources, right? Like initially scrolling, I'm like, man, I wish I could find me a cool life coach that was giving away free information. This stuff that people pay for. I get this free every day, right? So we now have more access to mental health resources and services. Communities also help us to foster a sense of belonging and purpose, right? We came together and we created this self-care club community. And you know what? I know that I have somewhere that I could go to vent if I need to say, you know what, life is life and right now. Right, Rick? Or I know that, I have somewhere where the feedback that I give is valued. The input that I have to provide is valued, right? So I feel like I belong. I feel like I got a purpose when it comes to sharing this message. And then communities help us promote healthy lifestyle choices and wellness initiatives. Y'all know every other day we got us a new challenge going. We drinking more water. We being more active. We managing our time. We taking breaks. We're able to do that because we have a community of people to say, you know what, I need to manage my time better. You know what, me too. Let's do this. Right? We start to build these accountability partners. We start to, be able to reach out to other people to say, hey, you know what, you doing this? Cool, me too. Speaking of water, you hear that? Let me let you know it's real. Hold up. Let me let you know it's real. So good. So in summary, communities contribute to mental wellness through support, resources, acceptance, and engagement of healthy habits. By embodying these principles of community, we can effectively raise awareness about mental wellness and create a supportive environment where everyone can thrive. Where everyone can thrive. So again, let's make sure that we continue these conversations and that we continue to work together towards mentally healthier communities. Right? Mentally healthier communities. So that way, as we're in these spaces and as we're contributing, that we're pouring positivity into others. We're showing up being the good that we wish to see in this world. Well, all month long, we're going to take a word and we're going to break it down. So we're going to have a lot of acronyms. We're going to have a lot of affirmations, y'all, as we spread the word about mental health awareness. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for me today? Any questions surrounding community? Any, areas within the mental health community that you guys want to see us kind of tackle this month? Anything? And I'm actually uploading the homework now, so that way you guys can have it. For those of you who are on the Self-Care Club mailing list, you should have gotten your newsletter this morning. The main newsletter went out at 8 a.m. this morning, Eastern Time. And for those of you who are in the Self-Care Club chat, I am about to post the link for you for your the homework assignment today. So for anyone who missed out on what we talked about today, you will have access to read the homework. Papa Smurf, welcome in. All right, so it doesn't look like I have any questions from anyone. I do want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Your presence and your contributions during this live stream mean a lot to me. Again, just you being here, all of the contributions that you have done, those things help to, just fuel what it is that we do. So I appreciate each and every one of you for being here today. All of the support that you give during the live stream directly benefits the Self-Care Club LLC, which creates a ripple effect of positivity within our communities. It is why we are able to do what it is that we do. As I stated before, your generosity fuels our mission. And so if anyone is seeking any additional information about the Self-Care Club, if you want to tap into the free resources that we offer, or if you're ready to book a personalized one-on-one life coaching session with me, I encourage you to visit the selfcareclub.org for more details. I do hope to see each and every one of you again for another one of our group life coaching sessions. We meet Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see each and every one of you again tomorrow. I hope that you guys go out and have an amazing day filled with purpose, on purpose. Hey, CJ. Thank you. All right, so I'm putting the homework up there. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. All right, so that's it. That's what we got today, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Go out and have an amazing day on purpose, with purpose.